from the lows of 16,800 about a month and a half back, we've seen a sharp pullback in Indian markets as well. And we've seen serious money coming back after a serious bout of withdrawal. So I'm saying, if I don't look at YTD, but look at quarter to date, then India has been the best performing market, arguably in the Asia EM pack, if I'm not wrong, maybe ex-Japan. So, and therefore my question, do you reckon that that momentum can continue? Sure, YTD numbers may not look impressive, but quarter to date, it's been an impressive run. Can that continue for India, for some of the other markets?
I mean, I think it should. I like the Indian market, but I'm not sure it will, because I must say, just anecdotally, based on my own discussions with investors, they like listening to the Indian story, but I see very little follow through. They maybe after the roller coaster of the last few years with COVID and Ukraine and markets just up and down like a yo-yo, you want to be feeling, well, at least I know what's Nintendo, what's Sony. Like, these are big brands. I grew up with them. And India, chances are you might not even have visited the country. So it's a much bigger leap of faith, even if the story is a compelling one, as we all know. But people, unless they're feeling quite confident, are usually reluctant to commit capital to something they don't really know very much, or they've never seen firsthand. So I'd like it to keep going up, but I'm not sure it will. I mean, what I would also share anecdotally is that I think where there's a lot more interest in India is more on the foreign direct investment side. There's a lot of multinational companies, as you may know, visiting India, scouting out India, figuring out how can we come into India. And to my mind, the most important thing for India actually will be what Apple does. And if Apple really does what they say they're going to do, that'll put India on the map in a way that'll make it unavoidable. To take the production of iPhones from 2 million units to 25 million units, for example, over the next 5 years. If they really do that, and of course it would require creating a big ecosystem in India, that I think would be totally redefining the perception that people have globally toward India. But it hasn't happened. It might happen. That's what I'd look forward to.
Okay. So, Mark, I'm just trying to understand. We spoke in the beginning of March, and at that point of time, you had the view that India is the best Asian market to invest in. Do you, independent of what your investors might be telling you, do you still believe that to be the case? And part two, would it be an Apple-defining moment, or could it be growth within India in the run-up to the elections or otherwise, which might make more investors come in? Because I buy your argument that a lot of people wouldn't have come to India, but the flows, Mark, in the last 30 to 45 days, northwards of $4 or $5 billion, have been pretty heartening.
Well, I hope they continue. But I'm just saying, in my own modest universe, I'm not seeing it. So I'm glad somebody's buying it, but it's nobody I know.
Okay. And then your view.
To answer your question on the Asian markets, my sense is the best Asian market this year will continue to be Japan. So I wasn't correct when I told you back in March that India would be the best. I think it will continue to rise. India won't do badly, but I don't think it'll do as well as Japan.